Been kind of a bad year for Disney. Why don't you just show you the year to date for their stocks right here, and you can see it hasn't really been a very fun ride for them. They started the year off, or at least December 21st, at about $151. Now they're down to $87. They actually had a little bit of a drop thanks to Avatar 2. Because even though it's doing good, it's not quite making what it was expected to make. It needs to make a lot of money. Not only that, they've had quite a few flops this year. Lightyear, Strange World, Black Panther 2 didn't quite make the same amount of money as the first one. I think they got a win with Doctor Strange. That made a lot of money. They also, I guess, made a little bit of money with Thor. But for the most part, a lot of families have just ditched Disney. Illumination, the company that made the Minions movies, is also making the Mario movie. They've kind of picked up where Disney left off. They've been making tons of money. I did a video on that not that long ago on how families seem to kind of be ditching Disney. And I wonder if that trend will continue into this year. And the reason I'm talking about that is because, well, The Little Mermaid, sitting at 3.3 million dislikes to 1.2 million likes, making it one of the most disliked trailers in YouTube history. It's not doing very well. And I got to be honest, this movie's probably not going to be very good. Most of the live-action remakes have been garbage. I've seen 2 or 3 of them, and I just didn't care for them. I saw the Aladdin one, didn't like it. I love the original Aladdin. It's one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid. Well, it was one of my favorite movies as a kid, Disney movies. The Lion King remake I thought was soulless and lifeless. That was also one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid. I didn't see Beauty and the Beast. And then there was like one other one too, I think. But for the most part, these usually aren't very good. It's like the animated version exists and it just didn't need this. A lot of times these exist just to give the original properties modern updates, which is exactly what they're going to do with The Little Mermaid. They did that with Aladdin too. Like Jasmine wanting to be Sultan wasn't a plot point in the original at all, but now she wants to be a strong, independent woman. And now, here you have the Little Mermaid director saying that Ariel is going to be a modern woman. This is the first time I think I've seen anyone talk about this movie in a while, so that's why I wanted to go over this. The director has been silent. Everyone's been silent on this movie because of the fact that, well, no one's had anything to say on it. Now, I just want to point out again that when Fandango polled people on what movie they were looking forward to the most this year, Little Mermaid's not on here. Neither is Captain Marvel 2, by the way. People don't care about this movie. They care about the Marvel movies. That's why you see that on there. But as far as Little Mermaid, any of this other shit, they don't care. And I wouldn't be shocked if The Little Mermaid is a spectacular failure. I think it's funny to see Disney fail over and over again because they keep trying to push this modern agenda, and it just flops in their face over and over and over again. And they keep trying to please this phantom audience. Funny fact about that, I would say that Disney has had a lot of representation this year, a lot of it. Strange World and Buzz Year both had big LGBT themes in it. Glad comes out, says Disney's not doing enough. In fact, they're disappointed with Disney. Just showing that you can't please anybody looking for these messages. You can't please them. They'll never be happy. They'll never be satisfied. They're always going to push for more and more and more. But I was taking a look at this, And all of this sounds awful. One thing to note here in the article is the director says that the reason that, I forget her name, but the woman that's playing Ariel, Halle Bailey, I think that's how you say her name, Halle Bailey. Apparently, there was no agenda here when they casted a character that looks nothing like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. No agenda. He stresses there was no agenda when casting Ariel for The Little Mermaid. We were just looking for the best actor for the role, period. The end. It's all the settled debate. The debate is settled. He remarks, we saw everybody and every ethnicity. The goal was to find someone who can be incredibly strong, passionate, beautiful, smart, clever, and with a great deal of fire and joy, Marshall describes. And, of course, she had the ability to sing, which honestly doesn't really matter that much in a musical. You're supposed to get the best person for the role. The music, I mean, look at like Robin Williams in Aladdin. Do you think Robin Williams is a great singer? Oh, but he made it work. He was the best man for the role. But I just want to point that out. There's also more, by the way. Going to give it a little more of a modern spin. Make a few changes here. Ariel, the youngest daughter of ocean ruler King Triton, longs to find out about the world beyond the sea. She's not afraid of the human world, especially in our film, Marshall notes. There's a wall basically built between the worlds. That's the rule that is never broken. As the story goes, Ariel defies her father's wishes, making a pact with Ursula to magically walk on land as a human in exchange for her voice, putting her life and her father's kingdom in jeopardy. She loses voice. How does she talk to Prince Eric? Marshall wants audience to rest easy. Just because Ariel loses her voice doesn't mean we won't hear Bailey's powerhouse vocals for most of the movie. In addition to Part of Your World, there's new music written for the actress, he teases. I won't share what those are right now, but you'll get a sense of what she's feeling. Oh, new music. I'm sure it's garbage. All of the new songs in the live-action Disney movies are trash. Just throwing that out there. I doubt this will be any better. While among the surface world, Ariel falls in love with Prince Eric, who doesn't believe the mermaids of the deep are as bad as he was taught. Marshall and the writers took that as another opportunity to flesh out the Eric role. The role of Eric in the animated film, I'm sure the original creators would agree with this. It's a wooden, classic Prince character with not a lot going on, the director says. There's a whole story that's developed in our film. He has a mother, a queen, that's new to the film. Oh, he has a very similar trajectory in a way of Ariel. He doesn't feel like it's where he fits in his world. So, of course, got the strong will of the mother, probably raised by a single mother, too. Oh, watch and see. These two kindred spirits find each other and really teach the world about prejudice and about breaking down barriers and walls between these two worlds. Oh, I'm sure it's not going to be super woke. They're making the movie about that. Oh, this is going to be one of Disney's wokest movies yet, and I hope it's one of their most spectacular failures yet. You know what I want to see is a movie like Mario. That Mario movie looks fun. Looks like it's just trying to entertain. This sounds like a lecture. Not interested. And I don't think I'm going to be the only one. Judging by this trailer and the dislikes, we've seen this pattern before. And when a trailer gets disliked like this, usually the property doesn't perform very well. I'm just going by things. Like, look at Ghostbusters. Remember that? And that's the most disliked trailer. How'd that movie perform? Oh, we'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my locals and my Rumble. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.